Howdy, everyone. Hey, there we go. How is it going? So, past few streams, I've been having problems with Epidemic Sound where it's been too loud. It's gone back to normal now. No idea why. Hello. How is everyone going? First of all, Sudsy24, thank you for subscribing with Prime over on Twitch. Today, so the challenge hasn't started yet, so I could say as much as I want, and I'll explain the challenge in a bit. I'm going to still try not to. Obviously, it's not 7 o'clock yet, which is when I normally start. So we can jam out a little bit and just have our normal yapping time. I can tell you all about what's going on, all the things that are happening. You do exclamation mark 50k, I think it should work. You'll get some information about what we're doing today. I've heard about the new night. Yes, it looks cool. Totally smoke. Today is your birthday. You've turned 26. Damn, that's not old at all. When you hit 30, though, you are officially old when you hit 30. Challenge: name 5 units better Centurions. Impossible challenge. Why would you even suggest it to impossible challenge? You have cheesecake? Hell yeah. What app do you use to get your mini stuff on screen? VTuber Studio? Yes. Yeah, my background is partly drawn, and then I realized I have so many things on the shelf, and I couldn't be bothered to draw them, so I just kept that as is. It's actually quite old and outdated now. The shelves have changed a fair amount. Usually this channel is the Centurion a meme because it's bad on tabletop or because they look chunky. The Centurion is not a meme, how dare you. But hopefully tomorrow, I still have a bit more video to do because this one's been a bit of a challenge. You'll find out all about Centurions tomorrow. Tomorrow is my 100th video. And as such, I want to talk about Centurions. How much would you pay if GW made a Centurion character unit? I would pay the normal amount for a character. Because I assume that's how much they sell it for, to be honest. Do you see that the Stormraven Assault Centurion list that went... I haven't seen the list, but I did hear that a Stormraven went and did well. So I would like to see that. If you ever get to 1 million, you should have a guard army. I think, based on what I've read about the PO box, I have a feeling that I'm going to be getting a guard army. Probably majority Rogal Dawn. Someone asked to play Yukaji with Resin Prince. Yeah, fine. Assuming they look like... That would be fair. Assuming they look remotely close to what they're meant to be. Or that they are understandable proxies. So yes, for those who haven't heard, I did announce it on Discord. And the address is in the description of the channel, I think. I have a PO box now. I've stated in the past couple of streams that I'm going to be setting one up. If you want to send me stuff, you can. There are caveats. Don't send me any food or anything perishable or anything edible because I will not consume it. Do not send anything obviously illegal. Anyone who abuses it, or if anyone abuses it, I will just shut it down immediately. If you send models, I cannot guarantee that I will build them or use them or even keep them. I may give them away or sell them if needs be. So if you're the 100th person to send me a Baneblade, I'm probably not going to need 100 Baneblades. I accidentally uninstalled Discord and don't remember any of your passwords. Oof. Unfortunate. Sure, you can do a password recovery though, right? What would you do if Centurions get Century Legends? I answer that tomorrow. Well, if everyone sends you Centurions, I will have a lot of Centurions. Will you open PO Box items on the stream? Yeah, I think so. I think I'll do PO Box streams. Oh, and the one thing I've said on Discord, don't joke. I'm assuming you will probably be joking, but don't joke about sending weapons or explosives through to the PO box. I know you're joking, but just because it's easier if you just don't make those jokes, so we don't have to take any of those threats seriously. So thank you for understanding that. Can I tell you what happened yesterday? Assuming that what happened yesterday wasn't egregious, sure, I suppose. Thoughts on Death Guard Codex? I haven't read it fully, but I've heard good things. If we get into Heresy, what Legion would you play? I don't know. Guess I lost my Warhammer Tau army and book on the train, but I got them back within the hour. In the moment, I wasn't. Oh, well, at least you got them back. Yeah, be careful about leaving stuff on the train, I suppose. What's the time frame? It is still October. We are, I can tell you, October the 10th. We are starting with Jack's dad. What Chaos Space Marine is your favorite? Magnus, I suppose. I suppose he's a Chaos Space Marine. Well, there's a num. That would have been a fail. Again, we haven't started the challenge yet. I'll explain that in a moment. Probably Scarab Occult or Rubric. The new alternate wall scroll system. I've not seen the alternate. I haven't seen it yet. Hey, so try things. Thank you for the 3 months of being a member.
Paul, can you review my army list later, please?
Probably not. I won't be able to do it on the stream, and I probably don't have time to do it later, but I can have a look at it. Your other problem is if I review it, I'd have no idea if it's any good, because I'm bad at the game. We'll have an issues community gets. I know some painting creators, guard guy, combat report people, and then Paul, they focus on Centurions. I am the Centurion guy! This is a pop, innit? As someone who is comfortable with 9th edition and never played 10th, is 10th fun? It looks daunting. If you're comfortable with 9th, 10th is way easier. 10th is way less daunting than 9th. And I believe more fun. Do you give away on any models since you appear? One of the ideas I had was because it'd basically be a collective pile of shame that I would then redistribute it, but I don't know about that. Thank you, Z Herman, for the 2 months.
Hi. What
Hi.
army would go within the old world setting?
What army would go within the old world setting? Anything fantasy. I don't know if you meant to put what army would I go with, or you just want to know what armies would go with it. I would probably use Lizardmen if they're a thing you can do. Can you make an enemy for the Screaming Ravens? Yeah. Basically, everyone I face. You're all enemies. Right. 30 a spy for 6 months. This is going to be a different alert. No, it's not. Apparently. Where's the 6 month alert? Or is this the 6 month alert? No. I don't know. It's longer.
Has it been 6 months already?
Apparently it has. Thank you for the 6 months. Everyone's got their remembering today. Remembering? Sure. If you want to become a new member or gift members, you can do so through YouTube, Superchats, etc. Just watch your most recent video. It was amazing. I don't have money for the pile of shame. Thank you very much. So yes. Hello, Cassie. How's it going? So, today's plan. We're going to do a challenge. So, because I got to 50,000 subscribers, thank you very much, I want to do a stream where I paint a bunch of models. But how many models will I paint? The answer to that is from this challenge. So I'm going to do some more model reviews, something I do all the time. I've got to get through this backlog of the completed projects over on Discord. If you submit any models and want me to review them now, you will be waiting a long time. So, Sierra W, yes, you can submit. Bear in mind that currently I'm reviewing things from October 2024. And for context, I've said this before, the way I do it is through through the searching on Discord. Each page is 25 submissions, or 25 posts with images. We are on page 130, and there are 239 pages. So just over 100. So there's over 2,500 posts, and I am very behind. When you're making that bounty channel, that is on the list, yes. The video I've been working on has been taking up so much time. I 6 Centurions and Mixed Space Marine Armor List? Hell yeah. So yes, when we start doing the reviews, every time I say something like or like, I will add one model to the amount of models I need to paint in that stream, in the 50k subscriber special hobby stream. When that happens, I may not realize it. If I do realize it, I'll do it myself, but you may have to yell at me and call out. You'll hear this sound. Hopefully it's not going to be too loud and or too quiet.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
And if you know where that's from, cool. It's my favorite film. And then the number of models will increase. What appears to be your bargle? My bargle. What words are prohibited? And like. The challenge hasn't started yet. Not Total Recall, no. Incorrect. Demolition Man, correct. Doesn't know how to use 3 seashells.
Paul is bad at reviewing models.
Michael, thank you for the
in a timely manner.
50 sec. Thank you very much. We have a track of the number of models that will be added. Yes, it's on the other page when we start the challenge. Such a good bad movie? No. It's a good movie. Bro just used the 3 seashells. Toofy Minis, thank you for following over on Twitch. Gonna say add 4 to the counter. That's why I've got this thing right below me, right here, that says this challenge hasn't started yet. Because people are gonna be cheeky. Obviously, you could use exclamation mark 50k to get the rules. Using the word like, by the way, includes times where it's not used as a conjunction. So, for example, if I say something like exactly that, then that also will fail. I've seen the redub. Yes, they changed it to Pizza Hut, but it's really bad and really... Because I watched it once, and then I watched it with the woman, and we got the version... We got the DVD version. And on that, it said Pizza Hut, and I was like, what? Because they also cover over all of the signs of Taco Bell with Pizza Hut. It's wild. It's one of those movies that was panned when it came out, but loved later, like Centurion. So clearly, I have a thing. I think this is getting a little insane. I think you're surprised. Yeah, this is the thing. This is why. So my problem. The reason I'm doing this is I edited the most recent video, which was Pile of Shame 2. And I said, like, so often I had to cut them so many times. And it's just... There was one point, because like is also a word that you can use legitimately, there was one point where every other word for an entire sentence was like. It was horrific. What about Custodes Combat Patrol? But I have maybe 6+ orcs to paint. Bully me. No. Paint your orcs. When I used to edit videos of myself, I did the sharp inhale sometimes that I hated. Yes, I do that as well. I also have to, every time I record any audio, I have to, through Audacity, I have a plugin to de-click the audio because my voice is very clicky. Did you catch the news about the Pope? Yes, new Pope just dropped. I am not religious, but I guess it's a global event, so happy new Pope, I suppose. 1 month up to, this is going to be starting 10th of October. October is a massively subscribed. This was when my channel started to take off. I can't listen to recordings myself, it sounds weird. Yeah, I got used to it eventually. And now I don't mind it too much because I'm so used to it. But yeah, when you first do it, it's horrible. October 10th in the completed tab, yes. Howdy, man. How's it going? Are Sanguinary Guard worth running if you're playing Blood Angels? Yes, they're very, very good. 12 Sentinels in a Imperial Guard army. Sounds good to me. Ever been to America? Yes. I went to Florida a couple of years ago. How do you raid on YouTube? I've got someone trying to raid you. You have to... The way it works, you have to go to edit. You have to edit the stream. And then from there, go to customization. And then scroll down and there's a redirect. But thank you for getting a raid in. That's very cool. You have to basically put my stream link as a redirect when you end your stream. It's really dumb. YouTube streaming is... It's got some good things. It's, I think, got better encoding, and you could pause the stream and come back to it, and it doesn't auto catch up. But raiding is terrible, and chat is terrible because you have to make sure it's on live chat, not top chat, which is stupid. It crashes all the time, and it doesn't have stuff like Gamba, so... Area Paul T1. Kill all nerds. That's a name and a half. Thank you for following over on Twitch. They basically ducked it to YouTube because they saw they were losing money on Twitch. Yeah. The other thing is, if your stream crashes, so this happened during the Oblivion streams, if it crashes, you have to make sure you get back the stream as quickly as possible because otherwise YouTube will say the stream has ended and you have to create a new stream with a new link to get it back up. It's very silly. Because when we speak, our voices are higher or lower than when we hear it in recordings. Yes, it's because you're kind of hearing it from inside, if that makes sense.
Shout out to Florida. What did you think of the Gatorland?
It was fine. We both mostly went to theme parks, so I'm romantic. But by the way, thank you for 2 months of subscribing on Twitch. We're on Discord server, so this is in completed. But again, and this is the problem with doing these streams, is every time I do one, loads and loads of people come in and add it to the end of the queue, and so the queue just gets infinitely longer. Own conduction. No chance of getting to January. January is... Let me tell you how far away January is. Okay, that was a bit far. The start of January is around page 159. So that's about 30 pages away. So 750 submissions I'd have to do to get to January, which I don't think I'll be able to do. I usually get around 100 to 150 per stream. Maybe disable the channel. But this is the thing. What I need to do is make sure that when people are coming in, they are putting things that are...
Here comes trouble!
Why is that one so loud? But thank you very much, Miniatures Tavern. Hello. That one's really loud. Thank you for raiding. How was your stream? Hope you had a good stream. What were you up to? Yeah, I'll turn that one down. I don't know why that one's so loud. Not that one. I need that one. No, not that one. I need... And that one really quiet, weirdly. Thank you for following me as well. Yeah, see, raiding over on Twitch, very, very easy. Raiding on YouTube, very silly. Yes, that has got very loud. Let me turn that one down. And I should check the same on... Oh yeah, there isn't a raid alert for YouTube, so never mind. Building orcs, nice. They need at least 1k subs to raid you through YouTube? No idea. I haven't got anything set like that. It might be YouTube itself having a restriction, but that's not a restriction I have set anywhere. So I do apologize. You were saying before the... Yes. What was I saying before the raid? I don't remember. I got distracted. Needs to actually come to one of these streams watching on YouTube. Welcome in. Nothing edible in the PO box, correct. Because I don't know how often I'm going to collect it, so it might go off. And also, I don't know if anyone's going to contaminate it. Not that I don't think anyone would, but just in case, I'm not going to put anything that you send me in my mouth. Or any other orifice before you start. Ugh. Love the content, thank you very much. Okay, I think we might as well get started. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit more. Because maybe this will be a video. It depends how silly it gets. If it gets very silly, it can become a video. I need to work out how to record everything but the music. I think I need to send Epidemic through a different channel, and I haven't worked that out. Something like January. Oh, yes, I won't be able to get to January because that is miles away, and I don't do that many per time. Right. So, when I change the screen from this to where we will do the reviewing, anytime I say or any of those variations of that, or like, even in a time where like would be useful as an actual word, if I wanted to say that this looks like something, that still counts. Every time I do that, I will add one model to the number of models I need to paint for the 50k subscriber special stream. This could get silly, or I could do very well and have a very boring stream. And I'll just play Oblivion instead. Are we ready, gang? Are crayons considered as being edible? I mean, I suppose anything is edible if you try hard enough. What are you planning on painting? I don't know. It depends how many I get. And yes, I will do PO Box streams. Whether they become videos, I don't know. No wheel on this one. Or I don't think any wheel for the stream either. Likely it will be one of the armies I need to paint, basically. Where are you dropping? So if you want to add pictures, you will be waiting a while. Because these are in October. Right, I'm going to swap over now. We're in. As you can see, I have a counter. And we have when we are reviewing. How do you feel about the Horus Heresy 3rd edition thing? I have no opinions. We are locked in. Jack's dad. That doesn't count, Sam Livera. How dare you? With this wonderful prosecutor. That is very cool. I love the bronze on top of the silver. Got a really nice gradient here. On the wings. From the blue into the white. Very, very cool. Looks like...
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
Yes, you should subscribe and thumbs up the YouTube stream. Super chats, members, Twitch subs, and gifting those are all available. It looks as if this is contrast paint. Very nice. Alfarius. First Deathwing companion of 5. Very nice. Got some whiskey. Like this dark style. Very cool. Bagelsfield with a Chaos Warrior. Very nice. I enjoy Matt Mollin following over on Twitch. And this almost stone-esque design and color scheme. Very nice. All right, I'm going to go back to this screen. Did I say that? Or are people behind? Because I said it. God. All right. If I'm on this screen, it's paused to confirm.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
I didn't even realize. I will be confirming this, by the way. I will go back through the VOD to double check. So you can't trip me up. But thank you for being honest. And if you weren't honest, fuck you. Gaslighting is indeed off the table. Every time I say one of these words, when I do my 50k subscriber special, this is the number of models I need to paint. Chips ahoy. Been on quite a good painting streak lately. Finally finished up the Triumvirate of Yened. That's really cool. I love that green. Excellent work. It looks so vibrant. And the edge highlighting on the armor here. That is excellent. I love the techniques on this sword. All of the jewels look amazing. So much detail. The gradient there as well on this headdress. I love the bases as well. I love these leaves. And the cat. With the gradient from the tail to this lighter blue. And that vivid green. Do you need me to send a clip? You don't need to send a clip. I will confirm it myself. But thank you. And again, the jewels. And the sword. The technique on the sword looks amazing. Excellent work from Chips Ahoy there. Yeah, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to be really careful. And then I'm going to get comfortable. And then I'm going to fail. Which image? With the Gene Stealer Colt's Rooty Tooty point and shooty. I love this model. And this is excellently done. I love the dust on the edge of the cloak here. Very nice. Chris. Ooh, yes. Spear wielding Wraith Blades, I believe. Love what you've done with this conversion. And I really enjoy this crackle here. They are super cool. Sword there, very nice indeed. And these bases are really interesting as well. You've done paving stones. Which is really cool. Very, very interesting work. And the symbols here are really cool as well. We have a full squad of them. This one with a spear is really nice. The color scheme works really cool. Works really cool? That's weird way of saying that, but it works. Works really well. The helmets with these constellation effects are really unique. And I just love the overall vibe. They're very, very good. Paul is being so purposeful with his words. This is the plan. I need to get better at speaking. At orating. Because I am bad. Lockheed Mothman. Realised I accidentally put my minis in the meme page. Well, let's see how much of a meme they are. They are not a meme. This Marvel Crisis Patrol? I don't know what this is, actually. We've got some tanks back here as well. These are very nicely done. They shouldn't be in the meme channel. The armor on that is really good. The detail on the clothing. Excellent here. Excellent, excellent work. Evil Elmo. That is very cool. I love the two different coloured eyes here. Very vivid. Loving the gore over here as well. And the verdigris. A lot of this is just making sure if I don't know what the next word I want to say is waiting and thinking rather than trying to fill that silence. How do you submit models? It's in the completed tab in my Discord. It would not be for next stream. It will be several months away. And I'm probably going to set a rule where you should only submit stuff that you are currently working on, not your entire stuff that you've already done, which was the intent of the channel. A crisp high five. There you go. Wow, the chains on these wings. Look at that. With that molten effect. Bright spots here. Very, very nice. He's been shot by an arrow. Unfortunate. Yeah, the verdigris in here is most excellent. And all the details. This rusty looking axe. Very, very nicely done. $58, Jimbley. You can't trick me like that. Hellblasters, that's awesome. Sakugu Yopu? Not sure if I got that name right. Picture's a bit blurry, but I can see what's going on. There's a lot of gore, which we enjoy seeing. Especially when it comes to corn. Got some good detail. Shame the picture is so blurry. But from what I can see, it's very nicely done. Oh, streamer mode has been enabled, so I can't see some names. There we go. Yeah, 2000. And with that, the final 10th Terminator is finished. Oh, these are very nice. Very clean edge highlighting. I really almost said it there.
Sorry it's not more. That's for making great videos, Paul. Keep it up.
Never apologize for any donation like... Oh, you fucker. I was trying to be nice. Never apologize for any donations. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat, Guns and Bacon. And thank you for enjoying the videos. Listening from work, hoping the big boss doesn't walk. Yeah, this armor is really cool. That's what I mean. I dropped my guard for 1 second. And we can see the entire collection as well. Variety of different legions here. It's 10 past 8. Thursday the 10th of October. Oh dear. These ones are very, very nicely done. Very cool. I can tell immediately how much slower I need to talk to be able to do this challenge. It's painful. Legitimately, this is quite difficult for me. Because I just want to start talking really quickly. But I can't. Gamoth, First time trying freehand, at least for letters, and first time using Microsol on the decals. I think they turned out great. Currently doing some sting wings. Still new to the hobby. Love your videos. Thank you very much, and good luck with your sting wings. Ooh, very nice. I really love the color scheme here. I enjoy the plasma being the same color. That accent color on top of everything else. Very, very nice. Oh, wow. Those iridescent, pearlescent wings? Super awesome. The way you've done that is very nice. I'd want to know how that was done. What paint was used or what techniques? Raccoon Cocoon, thank you for subscribing. With Prime. On Twitch. Words. Thank you very much. These are really cool. Very nicely done. Also, Lamartis. Yeah, super unique scheme for Blood Angels. But very nicely done. Really enjoy the effort that goes into the content mixed with your avatar and yourself in the videos. Also, magnets. That's super freaking cool. Thank you very much. Kind of seems as if it might be from flicking the brush with paint on it. Maybe so. Okay, quick break. One thing I have noticed I am doing sometimes is, rather than stop to think, if a word ends similar to one of the bad ones, I run the previous word. So, for example, I might think of a word. I'm trying to think of a word. Funny Chocolate, thank you. And Khan Space, thank you for following. Like that. If I do that, that counts. Anyway. Back to it. Zalfonso, thank you for following. So, on this page I'm fine. So like and that counts if I also don't say that specifically, but if I stop to think of the next sentence and I run my previous word longer for a significant amount of time, that counts as well. In that case, add another one on the plasma. So that's why I'm saying it now. Doesn't count for the plasma one, but that was what made me think of it. From now on, that would count. And Khan Space, thank you for subscribing on Twitch with Prime and starting a hype train. So if you want to keep a hype train going over on Twitch, chuck some stuff in and see what the hype train does. Like Matt Malin, subscribing with Prime as well. Thank you very much. Next one, Marcus. This is Jester, my word bearer's Chaos Lord. Love the face. Got a proper angry grimace there. These claws are excellent. Great transition. Or transition's not the word I'm thinking of. Gradient is the word I'm thinking of. Great gradient. Love the... Is that freehand or are they transfers? It may be freehand. Excellent work. Oh, I did, didn't I? God.
To our fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
Those ones are the ones that are tripping me up. We're close to a completed unit for most things at this point. Just joined your Discord and want to post my work in progress. Which channel do I post for review? If it's work in progress, put it in work in progress. It won't get reviewed. When it's completed, put it in completed, and it will get reviewed in many months. Thanks for joining. I think we are agreed we should be on 4. I've tied myself up in my own hoodie. Hang on. Earthy Cage. Finished an Yandan Fire Prism and 6 Dire Avengers. That's normally an actual crystal. Not an actual crystal. Correct? It's usually something you have to paint. So the fact that you've replaced it with an actual crystal is very cool. Really grimdark style. Very tarnished. Dirty in a good way. It's got that depth to it. What's my favourite colour? Purple. Favourite flavour of milk? None. They're very cool. That's just clear plastic? Oh, it comes in the box, really? Oh. .404. Playing a 1,000 point game tomorrow, and that's a perfect opportunity to paint up one of the Royal Dawns I got from last year's Battle Force. So 2023's Battle Force. Quite pleased with the results. It is a Royal Dawn, so I will set my objections aside and we'll do this objectively. Objections? Objective? Sure. Oh, that's fair, Ivy. But also, I don't have that as any of my questions. Also, if we're talking about security risks, I have a PO box, which is probably more of a security risk than my favorite color. I feel like it. I'm going to say that counts.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
That pause there, where I should have just said nothing and instead cut my own word off. That is essentially the bad thing. When we're talking about colours, this is painting. So that's fairly innocuous, but as long as people aren't asking my mother's maiden name, I think we're okay. What models is he painting for saying the words? Not sure yet. Potentially Thousand Sons. Maud. I enjoy the weathering here on the 2. Very nicely done. Few more angles here. Norwegian flag. Either I'm correct or I've offended people. We may never know. I'm not doing 5 Helldrakes. It's Scrung Beetle. With this ogre guy. Couldn't tell you which specific one. It's very nicely done. I enjoy the wet mud look. It does look as if this snow has melted and churned the mud up. Made it very wet and sodden. And good detailing. Especially on the leather. Tyrant. Belisarius Call himself from Beezus. Belisarius Call. Look at that pink. Very nice. Nice and vivid, very clean. Very crisp. Good spots of green. There's an accent colour. And the other side. Yes, and with the light blue as well. Good work with the trim around all of the metal. Excellent work with the shading. So if you want to paint an army pink, Emperor's Children. If you want something that is pink by default. Otherwise, anything, because Warhammer allows you to paint anything however you want. Totally a spy, trying to trick me by changing his name in Discord. Unaware that as he is a mod, I have power to demote him and send him to the pit. Nice try. Totally a spy. Just finished some terrain from an older Kill Team set. This is very nicely done, to be fair. Great stonework. Very simple, but very effective. How hard is it going to be to trick you into saying those words? Hopefully, quite tricky. Because of how slow I have to talk. And like I... Damn it! And as I said...
Fined one credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
This is very painful. You don't have to You don't have to talk that slow, coward. Yes, I do. Or this number will become very, very high. And I would like to... I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to continue the submissions. Trash bandits. How would I have got out of that? We're going back to this screen. This is the save screen. How would I have got out of that one? I legitimately don't know how I would have got out of that. I guess having to say love instead, yeah.
I'm so happy you've finally opened the P.O. box. If it doesn't force me to break the bank, you can expect some good things from me in the future. Smirking face emoji, winking face emoji.
Why is the TTS so... Elecman, thank you very much for the 8 months. I'm thinking of words. Give me a moment. Why is the text-to-speech so disconcerting when it says smirking emoji, winky face emoji? It just feels off. But thank you very much for the 8-month membership. And I look forward to seeing what you have in the PO box. Trash Bandit 24/7 with some Salamander Blade Guard. Very nicely done. Guy Man Hype. Took a month since last mini painted, but another finally escaped the grey chaos pile. I really enjoy this colour scheme. We've seen some of Guy Man Hype stuff before. Specifically, there was a very, very cool Dreadnought monster hybrid kit bash. Nice try, Ivy, by the way. I see what you did there. It's just a very clean design, especially with yellow. It's very cool. Not sure what chapter. I believe it is a custom one. Jack's dad. Starting and ending the page with Jack's dad. With a Skaven Rat Ogre. I love the wood of the base having this broken floor effect. Very, very nice. And the glow coming off the stone here. The yellow glowstone, warpstone rather, is very cool. I started at Comic-Con in November. We're a ways away from November. The ads are about to start over on Twitch, so we will take a quick break so I can hydrate and think about words, because this is really difficult. However, during the ad break, I will not go back to the safe zone whilst I'm chatting with you whilst the ads are running. I am in the danger zone. But I will hydrate. And I'll remind you, if you are enjoying this, and if you want to support my content, I have a Patreon. I have memberships, Twitch subs. You can press the thumbs up button on the YouTube stream. Send super chats, which will be read out in text-to-speech, as will bits donated messages. Haven't watched the last Oblivion stream. Lot of progress. Yes, we are almost finished with the Fighters Guild. I will probably stream more Oblivion next week, because I'm really enjoying those streams. Thank you for everyone who is joining me on those. I know it's not my normal thing, but we have a lot of fun on those streams. We have a lot of nice chat. I get to run around and punch a lot of things. And it's a good time. Don't have time for the whole stream today. Just wanted to stop by and say hello. Good luck with Oblivion 2. Thank you very much, Thane Bishop. Ivy, that doesn't count. And you know that doesn't count. Because otherwise, I would not be able to say many words at all. Even words you could claim as the bad thing. Have you seen the new Scourge of Giran rules for Age of Sigmar? I have not seen them yet. I think someone else mentioned them. I will check them out later. What do I think about Tau? I think Tau are okay. I quite enjoy them. At that point, you're just banned from vows. Exactly. If this was a Doug stream, it would count. Unfortunately. Or fortunately, I guess. I am not Doug. Also, I believe Doug uses a voice attack program to auto-detect it. And I'm using you guys. So... are you allowed to say that word, as in, that word, the use of the colour on this model? No. Because otherwise we'd be arguing about whether that use of the word was legitimate. I'm trying to cut that word out entirely. And the reason for that is that when you use that word legitimately and as a filler word, you can get into situations where you're saying that word every other word. I have found a new problem with this challenge. If I try and think of what I need to say next to avoid a bad word, and it takes me more than 5 seconds, I forget the entire sentence and completely lose the thread of what I was saying. Because it's getting to the point in the day where my ADHD medication is starting to take less effect. This is going to get really, really bad. Why don't you make a script which automatically purchases a Rogal Dawn each time you say a no-no word? Because that would bankrupt me. So if I am replying to you, and I get halfway through a sentence, and I just stop, and then just go and do something else, or start talking about something else, that's because I have failed to think of any words, and I have lost the entire thread. Let's continue with the reviews. Good Gamer. With a red Caven Shrike. Very nice. Freehand on the knee there. Blood on the claws. Really nice work on the base decoration. One of the better tactical rocks there. Looks brown. It's reddish brown, I would say. Gaming Ninja. What do you think about Tyranids of 10th edition? I think they are cool. Gaming Ninja with some Krieg. This one is reading the easiest book in the world. It probably doesn't even have any of the words I can use. Great news. Shekel Hunter? Posting some more Krieg themselves. Blue Krieg. Very nice. Fallen Goblin. Something from the... the orcs that aren't Iron Jaws. I'm not looking at chat. I've in fact closed my eyes to try and remember. It's in there. The other ones. I'm starting to just lose words. Just all of the words. All of the words are falling out of my brain. All I can think of is kill rippers. And that's not the words. I'm calling them kill rippers now. This one looks like Trundle from League of Legends. Cruel boys. That's what they are. When did I say that? Hang on, we're going to instant replay. Ivy's the only one who's saying it. Can anyone else confirm? Looks like Trundle. Yeah, you're right. Okay. This is safe zone, by the way.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
So me saying the confirmation doesn't count. Good spot. This stream is actually making me want to paint. That is the good thing about these streams. They're very good for hobbying and encouraging hobbying. Eight tail tricks. But this is really, really nicely done. I love the details on this. Excellent work. Javarino. With this Gravis Captain. Or Captain in Gravis armor. The gold is really good. Full of maidens. Excellent work with the hazard stripes. I enjoy the details up here as well. Just overall very nicely done with the colours. Excellent work on the cape as well. And a really cool base. There are exactly 200 submissions left to get to November. Good lord. Gaming Ninja again. Second Krieg Marshal. As I've said before, we're seeing someone posting a lot of the similar things from the same army. We may go a bit quicker through. This is very good. Very nicely done. A lot here from the Crazy Warpsmith. A lot. We have a Forge Fiend. The Iron Warriors. Very nice indeed. With a Warpsmith. We have some Possessed. I believe that these are. I really enjoy the pink glow effect you've gotten. And this... You've done very well with the tracked armor effect there. Very nice indeed. This is a great conversion. Using a Cataphron for the lower half and then Chaos parts for the top.
Look at the size of that thing!
I
Bishop.
must confess, I bought a tabletop stronghold box with the magnets for a buddy's birthday, and I forgot to use your code. Please accept this as a replacement for the cut I fear you lost, and thank you for the great content.
Thank you very much, Thane Bishop, for the $20 super chat, and for also supporting the channel through the Tabletop Stronghold Mag Case 2.0 with the power of magnets. That wasn't a very good magnet. Magnets. There you go. If this becomes a video, that would be a very easy way to get into the sponsor time. What? All of the... The words have gone. All of the alerts are very, very loud. And I do not know why. I don't know why they have changed. I'm going to turn things down. If I'm not scared every time you get an alert, what's the point? Exactly. But also... Anyway. These are very, very cool. And some... Havocs. Again, another very cool conversion here. And Raptors, or Warp Talons. Are you looking at the newest submissions? Nope, these are from October last year. Yeah, this pink is really cool. Excellent work. Yeah, 2000. With some Death Watch. The lens work is absolutely incredible. Look at these lenses. So crisp and clean just all over. An amazing work on this face as well. Even the eyes. That is so, so clean. Revan's Handicrafts. Bull Shark from Battletech. Again, extremely clean. Great work with the freehand here. We have some more angles. Another excellent use. Another excellent execution, rather, of the lenses. And that one wasn't loading. There we go. Excellent work. I was having an existential crisis in 2024. In October 2024, I was turning 28 years old. That's the right time to have an existential crisis. Super Scarab. First set of Grot tanks. 4 more to go. Another one with excellent lenses. And just great detailing all over. Even on this checkerboard pattern. Very, very cool. Nice work. Wall break. Deathguard Demon Prince or Morty, don't know what to run it as yet. That is not completed. Very cool, but not completed. Rose Tinted Television. Thank you for following over on Twitch. Hello, the Admech Enthusiast. With some more Krieg. Blue Krieg. Very, very nice. Good job with those. Forge. Arachon. I love these crystals in the base. Great work on all the trim. Ooh, and the crystals on the model itself. That's a great idea. The effect you've got on the cape, make this look like... Damn it, I was doing so well. Makes it look as if it's a canvas.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
Oikle, thank you for following. And this skull here is really good. The mind is weak. Oh, it's... we have a lot more... We don't have that much more on this page. Anyway, spooky. With just to confirm, that was with as in A, the letter A. That was not an This is the safe zone. I can say that. With A, Stormcast Ninja? Is this an official model? Or is this a conversion? It's very cool. Very nice. Evil Elmo. Casual paint job. I did while at work. Just the basic casual need for D&D. I don't really put a lot of time in my models. I just want to point out that Evil Elmo put the L word in his post as if he was talking. And I almost read it out loud. I just give my minimal, not great, but perfect for a game. I mean, regardless, this is very, very good. For something quickly done. Still very nicely done. Yamath Company Heroes. Yes, we've seen this scheme. This is Black Templar, perhaps? Interesting. Starling. With a Night Lord of some description. Very cool. I enjoy the purple plasma. Not one you see often. Very clean as well. Excellent work. The Brush Breaker. That is a lot of skulls. Excellent OSL. Very bright lights. And awesome weathering. But that is indeed a lot of skulls. This weathering and this chunk here. Great work. Great work indeed. The Grillinator. 3000. I believe this is an Ossiarch Bone Reaper model. The effects you've got here is very cool. Very minimalistic, but very effective, especially on the scythe. And more from the Grillinator. Similar effect here. Excellent, excellent work. I do enjoy schemes like this. I could get away with doing these 9 models if I had a scheme like this. It would be very easy. Unfortunately, I do not. That is another page down. Ivy, you are very hot on this. No one else is pointing these out. We have 10. Anyone notice when he takes out the... He sounds as if he is one of those text-to-speech bots. Very staccato. I have that issue sometimes with my recordings for videos. It's definitely harder to notice when it's in that situation where it isn't a thinking word and is used somewhat legitimately. Those are the ones that are tripping me up the most. When is next Judge Paul stream? I don't know. Maybe soon. I have some ideas on how I want to improve those streams. Because I think I need to really grill the person on the stand. I need to hydrate before we move on. I won't do this often. Mostly because I'm doing this for the 50,000 subscriber stream. But it slows me down so much. I do wonder if it will improve my future streams. The thing that I am doing well is rather than saying something, when I need to think, I just stop talking. But I am getting caught out by the L. I'm taking the L as they were. As they were? As they say. Magic Eagle is next. With an excellent Norn. Another fairly simple but very effective scheme. These crackles in the tail. Very cool. And on the claws as well. Good focal points. Ooh, something different. I love that Starcape. What is that? I'm not even sure what model that is, but it's cool. Is that a deer wraith? A wraith stag? Sure. Is it? No. No, they are different. They are different. Okay. I thought it actually transformed, but it doesn't. They are different. They're different colors. This one has a gun on its back. Really cool, though. These helmets, or faces, for the Tyranids are very good. It's just David. With another heresy. Is this? Those are sizable. King Cam, we have a drawing. We haven't had some regular art in a while. With this ox head flamethrower guy. Very cool. We've seen some of these superhero robot-y things before. They're very cool. Scum Goblin. My local shop ran a 50-minute painting contest. Here's my Crimson Fist. Very nicely done. 15 minutes? Wilt. Hey, if I can do a model in 15 minutes, I mean, that's still an 150-minute stream. Damn. Lounge against a machine. Oh man, I'm having fun with this scheme. Chrome Necrons. They're really cool. It looks similar to the T-1000 from Terminator. Necromes. I love this shiny blue as well. Marvin. With some Drukhari. Specifically, these are the Corsairs. Excellently done. The Corsairs box is really cool. I have it. Have I painted it? Nope. Maybe that could be the models I do. Probably not. I really enjoy this scheme. The yellow edge highlights on the red. Very effective. Bird. Great gradients on the wings there. Stop buffering. It does feel like my brain needs to buffer for the words. It's really hard. And somehow it's making me worse at talking. More coherent and less rambly. But possibly worse. The Gorillinator is back again. With this excellent scheme. I enjoy how effective that brightness is in there to sell this effect. The Raging Modeler. Another excellent tank. This time an Impulsor. Love the sword on the front. Black Templar here. We had a lot of Black Templar last time as well. That's why you say that. It's as if your brain is focusing on what to say. Exactly. Which is why I think it's important, if I want to do this kind of work, to not do that. And actually just stop and think about what I want to say. Which is something that I struggle with a lot. Still recovering from the Ashram Ataram episode? There's no recovering from that. Moby Superior, thank you for following. Scum Goblin. This is what my brain is doing currently. These are all the words pouring out of my eyes. That is very cool. I really like that. Damn it!
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality.
Now the number is bad. It's not a whole number. I was doing so well. White Noodle. I tried to do a Grimdark scheme, but I don't think it worked. What's going on there? I think it worked. I think it worked very well. I think you did a good job. Especially on the helmet. Good gore on the fist as well. Thane of the Bad Moon. With some excellent Skaven models. That sounded like... Oh, for fuck.
You are fined 1 credit for
The way
a
I said
violation
that
of the verbal
sounded
morality.
as if I was a phone menu when you phone somewhere. If you want Skaven models, press 1. These are very good. Let's move on. But wait, there's more. And YouTube page crashed. Fortunately, the stream has not died, but it is annoying. These are very, very good. Excellent work. Thane of the Bad Moon. There they are all together. Earthy Cage. Painted a test Emperor's Children model. Not sure about what head to glue on. Have a look. Really nice green on the sword. It's a good pop of colour there. The chances are that the head has been glued on and has been for some time. Also from Earthy Cage, some battle tech. Argyle Tal. With this very cool model. Love these circular saws. And excellent weathering. Really effective stuff there. And an excellent base. Star Commander, who can guess what I will be cosplaying as? That is a toaster. It's the toaster from Red Dwarf. Sylvia. Primaris Grots. Those are very cool. Ah, you're a crumpet man. Diplomat of the Nuvium. Terminators are mountain wall. And the Dreadnought is Iron Dragon's 2 different chapters. I see. Very nicely done. Very interesting scheme. White is always difficult to do. You've done a good job. Reach level 1, we have a Mortarion. Because I always get this wrong the other way around, I might as well make up for it. No, this is a Magnus, very classic Magnus here. Full chest out. Masked face, which is the best one. Excellent work on the wings. Very vibrant skin. Awesome job on the tattoo. I think I did mine too much. You've done an excellent job. Really good gold. Very vivid and vibrant. This is really well done. Mine did not come out anywhere near this well. And on these jewels as well. So clean. And also the base is done, which mine isn't. I have ideas for the base. I just need to implement them. Fire Wars. Some of my more recent guard models and my Baneblade. Very nicely done. Good detailing in there. How did I stumble over my words when I said 2 words slowly? I think I'm reaching my limits on how long I can do this for. These are all really, really cool. Really well done. All give up, let us win. If I give up, the number goes no higher. Like, kit bashed chapter master for my dark angels. In quotes. There isn't another image. I'm interested in what this gun arm is. Looks interesting, but I can't quite see because of the blur, unfortunately. Empyrean of Sol, my captain. I made him some time ago. I currently work on the rest of the army. Very cool. Hello, the anime enthusiasts with Asmodai. Also very nicely done. Really enjoy that. And Samuel Lauder. Salamander Jump Pack Chaplain. The gold is really vibrant. That is excellent. The red skull. Super nice as well. There were more images. I just stopped looking. Right, I'm in the safe zone. We're on the 17th of October now. My brain I think I might have to stop here because my brain could just completely... That was so difficult. I don't think you understand how hard that was for me. And I'm getting to the point where I can't actually review the models because I can't think of words anymore. I just have no words. So I have no idea how effective this was. But 12 models. Which is quite a lot to complete in one stream, I think, for me. At this point, I'm literally just trying to think of something. Make it 15. Well, here's my... Here is my... Here is my... Here is my... Here is my... I cannot think of any more words after the words here is my. Here is my offer. The offer is not the word I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of a different word and I cannot think of it properly. I literally can't think of the word I need. Proposal, thank you. Here is my proposal. Likely the next army that I will be working on is either Drukhari or Thousand Sons. Now, Thousand Sons is much more likely to be the next codex out of the two. And so I would like to have a Thousand Sons army ready. So my proposal is I will do 12 Thousand Sons models. That will be 2 characters. Probably an Infernal Master. And something else. Maybe my Terminator. Or maybe just a regular Sorcerer. Plus 10 rubrics. Rubrics that I haven't started already. Not rubrics that I've already done some of. And Magnus's base. As a bonus. And if I'm feeling spicy, maybe when I'm doing those rubrics, I'll go back to some of my older rubrics and put in the yellow stripes, which I didn't do. Do we have a deal? Because I think that is reasonable. 10 rubrics. An Infernal Master. 1 Gundam? No, I'm not doing a Gundam as well. A Gundam take hours. I want to do a Gundam on stream as a different thing. Poll for deal. That's a good idea. Deal. Let me start poll. This will be on YouTube. Deal. 10 rubrics. Infernal Master. Ahriman. And Magnus's base. There we go. Because I'm probably going to use Ahriman all the time. Over on Twitch, just yell deal or no deal. We'll see what happens. Because I think that's fair. No deal, probably. I'm on Discord on foot. I've got him magnetized, so I can do both. Although I haven't magnetized the base for him being on foot. No deal, do a town model. I don't own any town models. Or a Manta. Are we going to start your Knights Excelsior one day? I think I will with a different challenge. I still want to do the video game, but every time I die, I have to paint a model. Or I have to continue painting a model. My problem with that is I don't have the desk set up for it. It looks like we have a deal. Looks like we have a consensus. And I'm happy with that. I also need to try and get my brain back because I actually have to do more video this evening because I'm falling behind on the video. And I don't need to get it out tomorrow. I really want to make sure that my videos come out frequently and consistently. So I'm hoping to get this video out tomorrow, so I do need to do more work on it. Elden Ring any percent. I'm not doing a Helldrake, no. Helldrakes are really cool. I really like Helldrakes. But I don't own one, and I will probably never own one. Because Helldrakes look ridiculous to paint. But getting... Because my Thousand Suns army, I've got quite a lot of points. But purely because I have... The things I've painted are Magnus and my Mutant Vortex Beast. I need a second Mutant Vortex Beast at some point as well. I really need to... Well, I say that. I was going to make a list for Thousand Suns, but obviously with their codex coming out soon, I don't really need to make a list until that comes out. When they release the automatons, though, I will get a bunch of them. Why are people rioting? What did I do wrong? Just because I'm not getting a Helldrake? No, stop. No. I mean, I can turn this off. Because technically the challenge started. So I suppose that's fair. Why do I hate? I don't hate Tau. I think Tau are cool. I just don't own Tau. Sunny Spring, thank you for following. I don't own Tau, and therefore I cannot play Tau, and I cannot paint Tau. Which is a problem. I do like those new models. I do think they're cool. 12 unclean. No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is all going to be in one stream. If I had time to have a stream last that long, but over multiple days like that, I would probably do like I'd probably do a subathon-y thing, but I don't really have time to do a subathon. Because the problem is because the main source of my income and growth as a VTuber internet person thing is through YouTube. And I edit all my own videos because I like doing it. But it takes a long, long time. So I don't have time to do a subathon. Unless I was really far ahead of videos and or had an editor to do stream highlights. But I don't, and I don't particularly... I'm not looking into that at the moment. Have you watched The Bad Batch? No, I have not. You can do art? Unfortunately, no, I cannot. I cannot draw properly. I can draw stick figures, but that is it. But in any case, let's do 3 logos. In any case, I think that'll be it for me today because I do need to go get my brain in order, probably have a bit of food. I need to do more editing before I go to bed. But thank you all for watching. I'll probably send you over to, I assume. Yes. Liam Dempsey, they're playing. New Death Guard Codex. Go watch that. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Thanks for joining the stream, and thanks for the 50k subscribers. Bye-bye.